Today's video is all about acne, spots, skin, how I cured my acne and how I managed to live a decade with acne. Very dramatic indeed, and I can't believe I'm saying decade. But I, as like a blogger, feel very privileged and grateful to be in the position to have a platform where I can like talk to girls, motivation, dedication, you know, and it's always to do with like the gym and stuff like that and like healthy eating and just like generally being quite like good and healthy. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. So today's video is something which has been like a very private topic for me, and I've always been very, very conscious of my acne. Now it's completely cleared up, and so I've always wanted to do a video on skin, talking about spots and acne and stuff, but I didn't want to do it until I had found a solution to it, till I felt a little bit more kind of like at peace with my skin, and so I was in a position to kind of give you advice for what helped for me as well. Let me just lay the groundwork. My skin was always pretty good, but then when I got to about 13 I started getting bad skin, but it wasn't that bad. Like I would just kind of get like spots here and there, and then as I got older it got a little bit worse, and it would be very on and off. So sometimes it would be good and like sometimes it would be really bad. And then when I got like to 20 last year, like when I came back from summer, my skin just got really like irritated and bad. Like it was kind of like under the spot skin, or like I just had loads of little bumps, like especially down towards my chin, and it was stuff that you couldn't really hide with makeup. It wasn't just like redness. It always made me massively self-conscious. I hated my skin, but that being said, it was something which I definitely lived with. Didn't affect anything that serious in life, my confidence necessarily. It didn't affect me going out. It didn't really affect my relationship with like guys or meeting people. It didn't, like I was always very confident. There were times last year where I was just like, I felt like I couldn't even go to the library. Times when I didn't want to go out at night time because I was so embarrassed of my skin. I think the biggest thing which I was nervous about my skin is like, I was okay knowing that it was bad. It was just like, I was worried that people would look at me and be like, oh, does she not know that it's so bad? Like, if I was meeting up with friends and stuff, and make sure that I was sitting in like an area of the restaurant where there was no daylight, so that it just like wasn't highlighted. Like I was so embarrassed. I tried everything. I tried 5 different antibiotics, nothing helped, and I was so nervous about Roaccutane because my brother went on it and had the worst side effects. Roaccutane is basically the strongest drug meant to cure acne. I think, like I'm not 100% sure on this, I need to check, but I think it's 70% of the time it completely cures it, but 30% of the time it comes back. It really damages your liver, so there are a whole bunch of things. You can't drink on it, you can't go in sunlight, like you can't tan because like you'll burn, and if you burn then it like scars your skin. Your skin becomes incredibly sensitive. A lot of people suffer really bad nosebleeds. If you have depression or anxiety, they advise you not to go on it because it can really fuck with your hormones. You're supposed to avoid foods with high vitamin A. A lot of people get really bad like muscle or joint pain from it, so that was something I was really worried about. There are like a whole bunch of crazy things that you can't do on Roaccutane. You have to be on the contraceptive pill 1 month before you go on Roaccutane, and then stay on the contraceptive pill the whole time whilst you're on it. If you get pregnant whilst you're on Roaccutane, your baby is like very likely to have birth defects. You have to sign like a form saying like, yes, I'm aware that my baby will have birth defects and I will not get pregnant whilst I'm on this. Every month you have to go in for a blood test. I watched so many Roaccutane videos before I went on it, and so I told myself I'm gonna try and document my journey as much as I can, because I just like didn't really believe it was gonna work for me. I was like praying and hoping, even though I'm not religious, I was still praying, hoping it would clear up. I was convinced that I was gonna be the kind of person that like it didn't help. Like I was so sure I was just gonna be like that one person. I was like, this isn't gonna help me. But it did. And it cleared my skin. And of course you still run the chance of it coming back, but the older you are apparently, the less likely it is to come back, because I think your hormones kind of chill out a little bit. My experience on Roaccutane was like amazing. I'm still on it. I have 1 more week to go. The reason why I wanted to post this video now is because I don't know if you guys follow Katie Snooks, who's a blogger, but she was on the BBC this week because she was on Roaccutane and talking about it, and I just thought she was someone who inspired me to make this video and document my journey throughout. So I was like, this seems like good timing. I'm gonna post it today because if girls are searching Roaccutane, I want to help more people and more girls and tell them about it, because my biggest regret with Roaccutane is that I didn't go on it earlier. The reason why I didn't was because of scary friggin' YouTube videos, and because my brother had the worst experience and his face like came off. He took Roaccutane, his face completely dried up, got so much worse in like the first like month, got like all these new spots to the surface. His face got like so hard from dry skin, and one day he was like in the shower and he just said that it just started to come off, like the spots like literally started to just fall off. Came out, his face was bright red, and his face was so red for so long. It finally started healing and got better, but my experience could not have been more different, and he's my brother. I started on 30 milligrams for 2 months and then 60 milligrams for my last 2 months. The first week was probably the worst. I actually couldn't sleep very well. I was sweating a lot in my sleep. Like I would wake up in pools of sweat, and I think that's because my body was just like, what is this crazy drug? Exhausted during the day. It was disgusting, but I was like so gassy for like the first month, I think, again, because my body was just like, what's happening? Freaked out. My skin started to get really dry almost instantly. Like within the first week, my face started drying up, my lips got a lot more dry. Apart from that, that's pretty much all the side effects I had. I started sleeping much better. I would go through times when my eyes were a little bit sore, like I would feel like they were quite dry, but that was it. And my hands are never ever dry. The backs of my hands at the moment are like the tiniest bit dry, but nothing major whatsoever. Every now and then I would get like weird little patches on my skin of like dry skin, very minor. Never felt any muscle or joint pain. Gym about 4 or 5 times a week. I could have just mistaken it for like DOMS. I didn't feel any muscle or joint pain, and that was something that I was really scared about going on Roaccutane. My mood, I didn't notice any change in my mood, I don't think, unless, you know, my family could tell me if I was being an asshole in the last 4 months. People a lot of the time say their hair, like their scalp gets really dry, and so, which is great because like they don't have to wash their hair. I have very thick, coarse hair anyway, so I didn't notice a difference. I didn't have that initial breakout period. Like that's literally it, guys. I would definitely recommend you to go on Roaccutane. I decided to go on it privately just because there was a big waiting list for me to go on it on the NHS. It's a very high chance that they wouldn't have let me go on it because Roaccutane is a very expensive drug. The whole thing's costing me about £450 or £500. If you do have acne, what I recommend is going to your doctor, trying all the antibiotics that you can. If they don't clear it up, but this is like over the course of a few years. Like I went on like 5 or 6 different antibiotics for maybe the course of like 6 years or 5 years. Actually, when it just wasn't getting better, I went straight to a dermatologist. A lot of people don't go on it or have to come off it. Or when I posted on Snapchat saying I was going on it, I got so many responses from girls being like, don't. Like girls were like, listen, I regret doing it, like it's ruined my life. Some people were like, it's ruined my vision. A girl told me that she went on it and then she was driving her car and the sun was beaming so brightly through her car, and now she has like crazy burns and scars on her face because she was on it. An average apparently of like 8 people a year who kill themselves who are on Roaccutane, because it can really, like, I'm just telling you this so you know how serious a drug it is. Something which I think is so important is to remember that your skin and your looks do not define you, and who you are as a person is so much more important than any of the external. But fitness and exercise and like having an Instagram account and friends and really good family is probably the thing which distracted me from my skin. And like I knew that my friends, my family didn't care because like they love me for me. I always go and do it because life is too friggin' short to care about skin and acne, and like at the end of the day, who cares? Like it's some spots on your face which you have no control over. Who friggin' cares? If you're judging me for this, then you're a loser. And if you are somebody who judges someone for acne, stop, because what's the point? I think if you can just remind yourself that your skin and your face is just not something which defines you, and to be confident and to find happiness in things which take up your time, like exercise and health and nutrition, that is the most important thing. On the flip side, if you are looking for a genuine solution, my biggest recommendation is to look into Roaccutane or think about it. The next like few clips are showing you the process of my skin completely clearing up, and even though it is like clear now, I do still have some redness from spots which were left over, but they're going. As you can, I don't know if you can kind of see, like the actual surface is all really smooth. It's just like I have red marks, and those red marks are from spots that were there and now they are saying adios amigos. Lol. Enjoy my next few videos of acne. If you have any questions about Roaccutane, I promise I'll answer all of them on this YouTube video, so please comment below. And just remember that it's just not something to be worried about, freaked out about, because it happens to everybody. That's life, you know? At the end of the day, life is very, very short, so How cheesy was that? What is my cheesiest ending of a YouTube video so far? See if I can out-cheese myself next week, eh? Recently my skin has actually got quite a lot worse than it normally is. I don't want you to think I'm making light of it, and in case you get a few spots, I don't want you to think I should go on Roaccutane, you know, because like it solves your skin. I always had oily skin. It used to just be oily, and then I would get like 1 or 2 big spots I could cover with makeup, and like they would bother me, but it was fine. Like 1 or 2 spots I really didn't mind. Even looking at it now, I find it so like embarrassing because it's changed to I get like lots of little bumps on my skin now, and then those little bumps will turn into just like big spots, and I'm starting to get little bumps everywhere in like places I never ever had spots before. Like here I'm getting them closer, like here, like on my cheek, and like my forehead I'm just getting lots of little spots, and like my forehead used to be the place that was kind of like completely clear, like I didn't get anything. I don't have spots anywhere else on my body. I don't get them on my chest and my back, thankfully, but it is just getting worse and worse. I genuinely cannot cover this up. So self-conscious going out in the day and avoid seeing people in certain lit places because I know my skin will look bad, and when I'm having conversations with people I always think it's like the elephant in the room. Like I just feel like they're just looking at my skin the whole time. I feel like I should say something like, don't worry, like I know how bad it is. Like something which really upsets me, and it's got to a point where like I can't live my life properly because of it. So that's why I'm going on Accutane. Honestly, I'm just gonna put my hands up and say I am too insecure to release this video when I know that my skin isn't gonna, when I'm not 100% sure my skin will get better. So this is basically my skin at the moment. As you can see here, I have like a lot of redness. That's because I'm starting to get lots of little spots, like little small bumps that make the surface of my skin quite rough, and they turn into red. They just go red. I used to never get spots along the side there, and I've started to get them a lot more. I get them more on the other side, you'll see. And then my forehead, I just get lots of little bumps, ears as well by the hairline, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, my chin has really started to become an issue, particularly on this side. I've started just once again just get little bumps, little bobs, and then they turn into bigger spots. And then my cheek area, all those big ones started off as really small spots. It's the most annoying thing ever. And then the side up here, which is probably one of the areas that makes me most upset because it looks so rough, and I really can't cover it with makeup because it's not even like, it's more rough than red. I don't want to wear makeup every day. I don't like wearing makeup all the time. I try and use my hair to like cover my like the sides, like my cheeks and stuff, and I'm quite lucky because I don't really get them so much in this area, so like I can use my hair as curtains. Honestly, it hasn't massively affected my life up until the last couple months. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It really makes me upset. I recommend Avene, I'm not sure. Did you like how I tried to put on a French accent though? Because I tried to do that. I also just got home, and just to show you like how oily my skin is, I actually went like that and wiped my forehead, so like a lot of oil would have come off. Can you see how oily my skin is right now? Like I just have super oily skin, which is partly why I get acne. You can see that it's like so not good. So I need to look into these products. I want to see if I can get them cheaper online because in the store they were really expensive. 30 milligrams a day, and you basically take 2 pills every day, apparently at the same time. It doesn't, like, I don't think it matters when you eat or not, but I need to check. You can get different brands, but they're all like the same. This is Roche. Apparently, Roaccutane will damage an unborn baby. You must not take Roaccutane if you are pregnant or think you may be pregnant. You must use effective birth control for 1 month before treatment, during treatment, and 1 month after treatment ends. Oh my god. Looks freaky, doesn't it? I'm actually a bit scared because my brother went on this and he just had like the worst experience. And I know people who had to come off it because their experience was so bad, which definitely freaks me out. This is the Roaccutane leaflet. Take on a full stomach with a drink or a mouthful of food. Side effects: dryness of the skin, especially of the lips and face, inflamed skin, chapped and inflamed lips, rash, mild itching and slight peeling, back pain, muscle pain, joint pain, sounds like a song, back pain, muscle pain, joint pain, cut down on intensive physical activity. Of the eye, conjunctivitis, raised liver enzymes, bruising, bleeding or clotting more easily, anemia, dizziness, pale skin. Headache, this is apparently 1 in 10 people get this. Headache, high levels of cholesterol in the blood, protein or blood in the urine. Protein? I need all my protein. Inside of the nose becomes dry and crusted, mild nosebleeds, sore or inflamed throat. Cool, so I'm good to go. What is Roaccutane? Substance related to vitamin A and one of a group of medicines called retinoids. It's used to treat severe types of acne. Basically, Roaccutane is used if it's at risk of causing permanent scarring and you've had no other option. We use Roaccutane when your acne has not got better with anti-acne treatments, including antibiotics and skin treatments, yeah. I'm gonna make my dinner and I'm gonna take these bad boys. This is day 2 on Roaccutane and I wasn't actually gonna film today because I didn't think I would have experienced any side effects, but I was mistaken. Do a quick update of my skin. It looks exactly like it did yesterday. I already experienced a side effect even though I took it literally last night at 6 p.m. I didn't think I was going to, but my lips were so dry and I was like so shocked because I thought it would have taken like at least a week for me to have felt any side effects, but within 8 hours of taking 30 milligrams, my lips are like noticeably, you can't look like they don't look, I don't know, maybe they do look. They just feel way more dry than usual, and I was going to wait till I buy any of the Roaccutane products because I just didn't want to spend any more money this week because I've spent way too much, but I'm going to invest in those now and I'll show you what I'm buying. So I'm trying to stay super moisturized, super hydrated, because a lot of people say the best way to stop being as dry is to drink loads of water. I'm like such a troll. Compulsory for you to be on that contraceptive pill. So taking Roaccutane, nearly 7 a.m. and my flatmate's asleep, but taking my contraceptive pill now. This is day 9. This side of my face has actually cleared up quite a bit. It's still like really red and I have lots of little bumps. Like, I'm not sure if you can really see here. Like, you can still definitely tell that I have got spots. And up here it's kind of got a bit worse. I've legit just woken up. My left side, I haven't really noticed a big improvement there either. It feels a little bit more dry. I've got like a new spot just there, but I think a new spot there as well. My lips are definitely a bit more dry and I have to keep putting on lip balm. That's basically where my skin is at right now. It is starting to feel like generally more tight, like when I go like that. It gets kind of a little bit itchy sometimes, like throughout the day I'll just feel like a little bit itchy in places, but so far so good. One side effect is I keep waking up in the night, like 10 minutes, which is a bit annoying. Mood, completely fine. Dryness isn't, I wouldn't even call it a major side effect apart from my lips are a bit dry. I can definitely feel my skin kind of changing. The side effects have actually got a bit better. I'm now sleeping throughout the night, which is good. But now that I'm nearly 2 weeks in, sleeping much better. And I have noticed my skin, my face has just got a lot more red, which is fine. I don't really mind it. I can cover it up with makeup if I really, really want to, but I'm trying not to wear any foundation or bronzer on my skin because it's Christmas. I can kind of stay in, revise, chill, which sounds so nice right now. So yeah, it's got a little bit more red. It hasn't got any better. If anything, it may have got a little bit worse. I've noticed though now that what will happen is I'll get spots, they'll turn into whiteheads and then they kind of go. Here you can see that's kind of happening. I had 3 quite prominent ones there yesterday. They're still prominent, but they've now kind of dried up. That's what I feel is happening. I have got quite a few more here on my chin. Started to get more on my forehead, which doesn't usually happen. I do get spots on my forehead, but not like that often. And this side is actually cleared up a little bit. It's still spotty, but it's getting better. I'm doing a quick update because today is December the 28th. So that means I've been on Roaccutane now for 21 days, 3 weeks mark. And I noticed in the last couple of days my skin has gone a bit worse. I've got like quite a few more spots. I was about to say pimples and then I would realise that was me watching way too many Roaccutane American videos. More spots on my forehead, as you can see. Check that out. And then a few guys down around there. I can't hold the camera to for some reason. I'm going to talk to you about it first. See, I've noticed a few more spots coming out, but my skin does feel a lot softer. Like right now it looks bumpy and gross, and it is quite gross, but it does feel softer. So now I'm going to do a little close-up of my whole face, and yeah. Today is January the 5th, nearly 1 month because I started on December 6th. So it's actually been, I've literally no clue because I just woke up. What it's looking like, how it's improved, and like more side effects that I've noticed. It has actually, like, it's made my skin a bit more dry. It's not like crazy dry at all, like it's very, very bearable. It just basically feels a little bit more tight than normal, but it's really not too dry. Like I wouldn't even think that I've been getting that as a side effect on my face. My lips are definitely getting more dry. I have to reapply lip balm maybe every 20 to 40 minutes. It stopped like spots from forming really, although I did get 1 or 2 recently, and I think that's they'll come though, and then they kind of like, they either just become a whitehead and go, or I just get them and then they literally go. Like I had this one for like a day, but it's just going now. And it has, if you can see, this is just going at the moment, and so is that one, but they literally lasted like a day. Roaccutane doesn't help with scarring, it just helps with the actual spots. My forehead is pretty much clear, it's like a bit bumpy there and stuff, but like my skin feels really smooth as well. It's literally, that's just redness from previous spots that like left a mark when they left. This spot is just going at the moment. Still month 1. I'm starting month 2 literally today, so I'll let you know how month 2 goes. Today is January 17th, so as you can see my forehead is like basically perfect. It's really shiny, it looks really good, like the skin looks just like generally quite healthy. This side of my face, the spots have like all cleared up. Last week I actually had really bad skin here, I had like a few spots in a row, but this week is pretty much cleared up. It still feels rough. I had a spot there which was really big, but now it's going, which is nice. Getting a few like little spots on my chin, a bit more than usual. Even though they are red, they're more just like bumpy, which I find really annoying. It's one I had the other week as well, but it's going. So like last week my skin was bad, but yeah, apart from that, all this stuff I can cover with makeup because that's just like red marks, which I am fine with. That will all heal in time. I'm moving my dosage up to 60 milligrams in like 2 weeks. That's double my dose. I'm on 30 now, so I'm really interested to see how that goes. Today is January 18th. And my skin is looking pretty good. Today is January 21st, and this is my skin. It kind of is a bit weird. It kind of clears up and then goes away, so it's kind of, the parts which are good are really good, like the texture, and it looks really good, and then the places where I have spots look quite sore and are quite red. Because I'm on January 21st, yeah, I've nearly been on it for 3 months, so I'm coming up to the 3-month mark, which will be February 6th. So I have got like a substantial amount of time before I get there, but February 6th is when they up my dose to 60 milligrams, and I have blood tests on Monday, pregnancy tests on Monday. They have to make sure that I'm not pregnant, and that's about it. Not looking great today, but I have faith in the system and we'll see how the next few days go. Today is February 6th and my skin doesn't look good. Been on the 60 milligrams now for 11 days and my skin today actually does look much better. My forehead is sorry, I literally just woke up and I washed my face, so it's a bit redder than normally would. Forehead is completely clear. This side of my face is actually completely clear. It just looks like it's not because of the red marks, but this is all that's like left over from a spot that's going, and this is scarring which will fade. That's actually a spot, but then this here, they're all spots that are just going, so like they're just marks. This one was a bad spot that I had, but that's actually going now as well. These are all going too, apart from that one's new. February 13th. Guys, today's my skin has probably never looked so good today as it does look. Like, it looks so good, and once again, like I always say in these videos, if you take away the redness, it actually looks a lot better. I don't know for sure if you can see it properly on camera, but I basically have no spots here except that one actually going. Little tiny bumps, which I used to have here, are basically gone. My forehead again is completely clear. This side is all cleared up. I have one there that's going at the moment, and then I have one down there. I don't really know if he's coming or going. That's it, my skin looks so nice and clear today. Today is March 17th. I've kind of started to get like a little rash on the back of my hand. I don't know if you can see, I'll show you in a better light in a sec. But apart from that, skin is looking completely clear, which is very cool. For me, I still just have like red marks there, but that's because that spot's fading. Forehead is completely clear. And those are just spots that are fading. So I have one more week of being on Roaccutane, but like I said earlier in the beginning part of this video, I wanted to do this now because Katie Snooks was in the news. I just want to be a video out there to inform girls on it. So this is where I'm at now. This is what day is today? The 19th of March. And once I've completely finished the course, I'll also do like an overview Roaccutane video. But yeah, like I said, this is where I'm at now. The skin has completely cleared up. It's just I still have some of those red marks, but that will fade. They're worse on this side, but it is actually completely smooth. It's looking great. If you remember the beginning of the video, my skin, I had loads of bad spots there, and it's like completely cleared all of them up. So I am so happy with my skin, and Roaccutane really helped me, so I definitely recommend it to anybody who's thinking about it. But once again, weigh up the side effects, think about it, because it might be something which doesn't suit you and isn't right for you. Thanks guys for watching. Any comments, questions, comment below and I will answer you.